Jason Onreiter here. I'm at Winters Tavern in Pacifica, and today is August 1st. So we're going to find out what's happening at Winters Tavern in August.
Live from beautiful, historic downtown Pacifica at Winters Tavern.
Here we have the main stage inside of Winters Tavern.
It's DIY sound, as it always has been. The analog soundboard is here with full instructions on how to function it. Multiple powered speakers, all involved and need to be powered on individually. If you're feeling it and you really want to get weird, we have this switch right here which activates the Sonora Police Department. Oh, hold. Sorry. Power. We have very few rules about music here, but the two main ones, of course, are listed here for the last decade. Bathrooms, sticker camouflage.
2 bathrooms.
Multi-gender. You can even change sex in there if you'd like while you're using the restroom. We don't care. Live from the beer garden in lovely downtown historic Pacifica, California, at Winters Tavern.
And do you have a PA for outdoors?
We do. We muscle that sucker out of the pool room. We have multiple options, anything from a single powered speaker on up to old school 80s heavy equipment. So we've got all the mics and stands and everything you could possibly need. Cords galore.
Tell us about some shows.
Well, let's start with tonight, August 1st, the beginning of the month. Open mic, which is every Tuesday night. Very exciting open mic, not like traditional open mics. It's a full back line, so there's a drum kit and a bass rig, a guitar rig, vocal PA, so the full 9 yards. Whatever you play, whatever you do, bring your talent. Host Captain Bob. Bobby's amazing. He is in several local bands, Coast Tribe being the biggest of them. Kind of beach reggae style music, and he's multi-instrumentalist, vocalist, talented, cool cat who hosts that open mic every Tuesday. Come see him and bring your talent. That's tonight. Then Tuesdays, we almost always give up to Bobby and open mic, except for the last Tuesday of the month, which is the 29th of August. We have 3 bands on a bill, 2 California bands to support Legs out of Denver, Colorado. It's a rock band who's on tour, and it was the only date we had, so we asked Bobby to take the night off. A couple of local bands, San Francisco, the Effets, local indie rock, and then They're There out of San Jose, who will be supporting that bill as well. So that rock bill is Tuesday the 29th. That's all of Tuesdays. Monday is Steal Your Monday every single week, which is the jam band showcase. So if you're into the Grateful Dead or the Allman Brothers or Fish and Mo, the String Cheese Incident. This month we have Todd Bugby and Friends on the 7th and the 21st. He's filling in, which is quite nice. We had a touring band, but they canceled, COVID canceled, so he filled in for the 7th, which is coming up next week. Todd Bugby and Friends, locals, very, very cool cats. Then more locals on the 14th, and between them, with Aardvark, who's a local favorite, Grateful Dead-esque tribute band. Then a touring band on the very last Monday of the month, Sponge. Sponge is from Eugene, Oregon, and they're a four-piece jam band, groove jam. They call themselves young, talented musicians. Wednesdays, we'll go with our Hump Day Heroes program. The 9th is a singer-songwriter from Maryland, state of Eli Lev. That's the 9th. The 16th is one of the big Hump Day Hero dates that we have described and interviewed our friends Vertison Art Materializer, who will be supporting It and I out of Portland. It and I is a trash folk art rock band out of Portland, and Vertison Art Materializer, of course, out of San Francisco Bay Area. Check their interview with Rick Rees and myself on Substack. They are a psychedelic art rock band who put on an amazing show, very energetic, artistic, experimental, bizarre, engaging, and awesome.
And they even have a connection to the Residents.
Yeah, the Residents, the San Francisco legends. If you have an eyeball hood, I would wear it. The opening band will be The Laughs out of San Francisco, avant-garde garage punk, self-proclaimed, and according to Vertison Art Materializer, they're something to see. So that's the 16th of this month. Moving on to the 23rd, we have a couple of killer random touring bands, one from each coast. We got Portland and Boston. Portland, Oregon, Boston, Mass. Titans of Industry have played here twice before actually. This is their third time. Incredible rock band, underground rock. They call themselves. Killer band out of PDX, as the kids say. Sophie's Body out of Boston is a harder rock and roll outfit, and they'll be supporting Titans of Industry on the 23rd. Moving on to the 30th. Wednesday night is a folk rock three-piece called No San Pedro. It's a Bay Area band. Looking forward to seeing them for the first time. First and third Thursdays are typically stand-up comedy night with your hosts Jacob Blazer and Jimmy Menezes, who are both funny and talented individuals and have a knack for rounding up amazing local and national touring comedians. So it's turned into quite a program after a couple of years, all the way through COVID until now. First and third Thursday stand-up comedy night is quite a fun bar show, as they describe it. They play all kinds of different venues, and they claim that this is their favorite bar stand-up comedy night in the Bay, which I'm quite proud to be a part of, if only just to have the venue. I'm not that funny. I am funny looking, but that's a different thing. So then beyond the comedy night, which August 3rd and 17, we have a very special touring act coming through on the 10th with our friends and family, Terminally Ill, punk, hip-hop, odd, high-energy combination from the OC, from Orange County. The Hodges, who are also local favorites, will be supporting that bill, and you can see that interview on Substack with Rick Rees and myself. And the Hodges is a two-piece heavy from Cyprus, the island of in the Mediterranean, now hailing in the City of Angels, LA.
What day is that?
That's the 10th, coming up next week.
What day of the week?
It's a Thursday. Included in that bill, Terminally Ill, the Hodge, and Dead Dogs, DED, Dogs, Bay Area Punk will be opening that night, Thursday the 10th.
Are they all on the heavy end?
Yeah, they are. Each in their own special way. Dead Dog's more like hardcore punk. The Hodge definitely kind of on the weird, kind of grungy metal side of things. And then Terminally Ill kind of on the weird rap hip hop side of punk, and it's heavy as well. It's going to be a fun, energetic night of rock. Moving on to the 24th, another Thursday, with the local Bay Area Americana singer-songwriter rock, the Vince Charming Band, who has now been playing here for a decade, for the entire time that we've been here. And he's really dialed his music in and musicians, and he's got a nice live set. So he'll be filling the evening of the 24th on a Thursday. Looking forward to the random Thursday the 31st with Junior Dreads, a Bay Area reggae solo act. Interested to see how soloists can perform live reggae. That could be fun and interesting. But we can move on to the weekends. Coming up this Friday, we have a very interesting matinee on Friday afternoon. Normally, matinees are local Bay Area, aside from the occasional touring band, which is this Friday. Gracie Horse from LA is an alternative country rock band, also joined by Evan Kierman from LA is alternative singer-songwriter who will be opening for Gracie Horse on that Friday matinee starting at 4 p.m. Then more kind of Americana vibes, jazzy kind of rock with Great American Robber Barons, which is Friday night. They're Bay Area old school indie rock. It's a two-piece, and they both have a lot of history with touring bands over the decades, and this is their two-piece, and it's quite nice. Something to see. Very, very strong two-piece. Supported by the Dead Sailor Girls, which we're very happy to have back, is now a four-piece from San Francisco, and that's a female-fronted alt-rock band. Really fun sound, kind of sea sirens esque, very beautiful and fun and rocky. That's the 4th. Then on to the 5th. Saturday is an all-day affair. We have the World Dog Surfing Championships unofficial after party. So the dog surf thing is more well attended than human surf events, which I find interesting because there's a lot of those and a lot of surfers, and it seems as if people are more interested in dog surfing than people, which is funny. But that's okay. I love anything beach themed, and anything to do with beach awareness is good in our book. So with that, we'll be attending the event, as will be the Peninsula Humane Society, among other nonprofit organizations involved in the dog surfing championship itself. And then the Peninsula Humane Society will also have a booth set up outdoors with our beer garden matinee, which will have 2 DJs and bands in and out throughout the night. Starting at 1 p.m., we have DJ Toph One, who's local San Francisco, cool cat and very interesting punk rock history, music history, local, very, very cool cat. DJ Wastemaster, another Bay Area DJ who will be entertaining throughout the day on the patio. And then Gabba Gabba Pizza will be here. So Christy and Davide will be spinning punk pie and making some of the best pizza I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, even vegan.
Even vegan, true Italian, wood oven fired pizza, handmade on the patio all day long. Gabba Gabba Pizza will be here all day for that event. Starting in the early evening, we're going to have 4 bands. The Friday Night Nuts, the Bonds Tones, rather, the Vax Holes, and Skin Effect. So all 4 of those bands are definitely rock, some more punk than others, and interesting mix of rock and roll and a bunch of cool cats who are all excited to be here for that Saturday this coming week. It's going to be quite a day on the coast. Come on out for that one. The 11th, yes, the matinee is Thea the Band. They are from Ramona, California, another random touring act from East County, San Diego, Ramona, which is a strange and wonderful place. They are Cosmic American Heart and Soul, is how they describe their music. That night, Friday the 11th, we have a random mixed bill, which we do quite often. 3 bands. Top Down from Portland is the touring act. Lo-fi garage punk, high energy, good stuff. Will be supported by Fresno funk ska punk band MKC. We welcome back a bunch of really cool cats. Fantastic live show, great feel good energy, dance music, it kicks ass. Karmic Debt, who I've not seen yet, from Concord, is a crossover thrash metal band. So that's a really random mixed bill, and that'll be Friday the 11th. Saturday we have a bunch of local favorites, some Pacifica ties even, with Bond Girl, Roadrunners, and the Sean Connerys. Bond Girl is a San Francisco James Bond themed rock band, and it's really interesting and fun if you are nostalgic about old films and music. All those film scores are incredible in my personal opinion, and they do quite a nice job of tributing that film and those film scores, and it's just cool stuff. The Roadrunners are from the North Bay, and they play a lot of classic 50s, 60s, and beyond rock and roll. So they're supporting that bill. And then locals, the Sean Connerys, are SF Bay Area and Pacifica, diverse pop rock originals, really end covers. In fact, they cover the Wichita Lineman, which is one of my favorite songs of all time, and brought me to my knees the first time they played it here, because I was just floored, and I'd never heard anyone ever cover that song. I actually have the goosebumps right now just talking about it. That song's incredible. Anyway.
Also Dusty Springfield and even some David Bowie.
Yeah, really cool covers. Awesome stuff. Beautiful night of music, Saturday the 12th. Sunday, the matinee, speaking of beautiful local music, we have band A Talent for Mischief, is a original rock trio out of San Francisco. Wonderfully talented individuals with a ton of original music, and boy, did they put on a nice live show. That's the matinee on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. That evening we have a touring 3-band bill from Reno, Nevada. The Saturday Nights, THEE, Saturday Nights, KNIGHTS, not to be confused with anything else. They are a garage punk rock and roll band out of Reno. Supporting is Donkey Jaw, also from Reno, as a punk band. And then the pedaling Mongos, which I can't seem to find a single bit of information about on any research platforms. So I know nothing about the pedaling Mongos, but they'll be opening for that bill.
How did you book them?
They're friends of the band's, and so they just kind of came with, and so hey, why not? So Friday, the 18th, we have back our very good friend Paul Hayward, who is a friend of a friend from many years ago in our time in San Diego, and is a Bay Area guy. He's been around for many, many years. He's worked with us, bartended, has guest bartended, has been playing here for a decade, is a wonderfully talented singer-songwriter, and has a beautiful voice and a wonderful playing style. Brings his own tower and has great sound. He's a country western, singer-songwriter-esque kind of thing. He does some covers and has a ton of his own music, and he's a wonderful guy and a good friend. So that's Friday, 4 p.m. show start, matinee, Paul Hayward, a.k.a. Cowboy Paul. That evening, we have a very exciting bill. Trixie Rasputin presents Treasures from San Francisco. Is a modern rock and roll band supported by Silas Fermoy, Bay Area, also indie pop rock, and more Bay Area indie alternative rock with life-size models. So that's Friday the 18th. Treasures, Silas Fermoy, and life-size models. On to Saturday, 19th, the matinee is One Time More, Latin blues folk project out of the city, San Francisco, and that's at 3 p.m. on Saturday the 19th. That evening, 8 p.m., we have country western Americana night with Jeffrey Miller from Bakersfield, and is now located in Sacramento, I believe. Wonderfully talented singer-songwriter, more on the country, western, rockabilly side of things, rock, killer sound, supported by Bay Area country music duo Nashville Honeymoon, and Hank Topless, who's a soloist singer-songwriter, will be opening that show Saturday the 19th. So a wonderful American music evening for you then. Sunday, the 20th, we have a music residency every other month with Graveside Quartet. That is a humoristic, macabre, rock and roll, Americana kind of thing. Wonderfully talented and upbeat, funny, dark, weird, kick-ass live show. The Graveside Quartet is a side project of Lester T. Raw of the Pine Box Boys and his recording company, Holland's Mortuary, if that gives you anything. But the Pine Box Boys were a kick-ass kind of gypsy, folk, bluegrass, rock and roll band, kick-ass touring band for decades. Anyway, this is his side project, Graveside Quartet. Very interesting. Sunday the 20th. Let's see. Now we go to the following weekend of Friday the 25th. The matinee is Lady and the Tramps. Rock and roll, soul, blues, Bay Area. That's 4 p.m. Then that evening, 8 p.m., we have three indie rock bands, Mercy Terrace, Moon Days, and Bang On. Bang On is another one of those situations where I cannot seem to find any information whatsoever. They're friends of the bands and just jumped on the bill because that's how things happen. Moon Days is supporting their dream pop psych rock out of San Francisco Bay Area, and Mercy Terrace, which is a rock garage, more grunge actually, 90s rock grunge out of San Jose. So that'll be Friday the 25th. Saturday the 26th, the matinee is Doug Barrett and the Deal Breakers, which is old school rock and blues from the Bay Area. That's 3 p.m. Saturday the 26th. That night, 8 p.m., Hell on Wheels, old school San Francisco hard rock and roll. Old friends of the bar have been playing here many years before I got here, and have been playing here steady for the last 10 years on and off, as they have scattered musicians who've moved out of state. With Another Tangent is an original rock band out of San Francisco, and another group of amazing, cool guys and killer musicians. Frankenlord is old school rock and roll with some Pacifica ties, and they play hard rock originals and covers, and have been playing on and off for quite some time, and have a really interesting mix of other hard rock bands and some really cool cats. So be there for the 26th evening of. 27th is Sunday with the matinee Slack Tide Currents. Really interesting coastal acoustic rock matinee. If you're not too busy in September, there's a Hump Day Hero showcase. Our old friends Mike Baggetta and Mike Watt and Stephen Hodges are a power trio out of New York. Killer, next level rock, no wave, as they call it. Original jazz, avant-garde, improv, bizarre, incredible music. Very cool. So that's mssv, Main Steam Stop Valve, to be supported by some Bay Area favorites and a San Francisco jazz improv group as well. So it's going to be
the Hominoids.
And the Hominoids
From Marin.
From Marin. The Hominoids will be there supporting.
Definitely improv rock.
Yeah, and the Cohesion is the Santa Cruz outfit. So it's going to be a hell of a night, September.
How much are tickets for that?
They're $14.
Okay.
Get your tickets on the link that will be right in front of my face right now. That is the end of August, and that is quite a bit of music. So go out and see some shows.
All right, CJ, thanks a lot for informing us on what's happening at Winters Tavern in August. Looking forward to some shows. And in about a week, we have an interview with Vertison Arc Materializer. And you're going to love that, you non-writer fans, because they are weird. And they are a lot of fun. So see some shows in August.
Much like us, weird and a lot of fun.
All right, CJ, thanks.
Yep.